In a dramatic revelation that has sent shockwaves rippling across the globe, Doria Ragland, the mother of Duchess Meghan Markle, tearfully disclosed a closely guarded secret about her daughter's ethnicity during a bombshell television interview. According to the emotional Ragland, Meghan is in fact 45% black, a statement that not only upends conventional assumptions about her biracial makeup, but holds profound implications for the newest member of the British royal family. The stunning disclosure came during Ragland's sit-down with renowned broadcaster Oprah Winfrey, who scored the explosive primetime exclusive that's already drawing comparisons to her iconic 1993 interview with Michael Jackson. However, few could have foreseen just how earth-shattering Doria's revelation would prove as she quietly wept on camera while divulging this core truth about her only child's heritage, one she had purposefully obscured throughout Meghan's upbringing and eventual ascent into royalty. The reality is, my Megs, my baby girl who I love with every fiber of my soul, she's not simply half white and half black like we allowed the world believing all these years, Ragland confessed through streams of tears during her highly anticipated televised appearance. In fact, Meghan's ethnic DNA represents nearly 45% sub-Saharan African ancestry on my side alone based on recent genealogical tracing combined with 23andMe testing. The other percentages fill out across various white European lineages through her father's mixed familial roots, but that visceral black identity has remained her primary driving essence all along. The 66-year-old Los Angeles native then broke down into heartbreaking sobs, requiring a temporary pause in filming as she was handed tissues while Winfrey reached over providing reassuring embraces. Once Ragland had regained composure, she continued revealing the deeply personal motivations behind withholding her daughter's accurate ethnic makeup from widespread public knowledge for decades. I kept having to consciously omit or finesse the precise details of Meghan's black heritage whenever she faced mounting scrutiny, first as an actress, and eventually when her romance with Prince Harry catalyzed mainstream attention, Doria explained. Concealing those truths from outsiders was a necessary psychological survival tactic my beautiful baby and I developed from her very youngest childhood years growing up in systemically racist environments. According to Ragland, the decision for obfuscating Meghan's authentic blackness initially stemmed from concerns over how outside perceptions might diminish or distort her daughter's intrinsic humanity if her ethnic makeup leaned too heavily into the African diaspora. However, that underlying secrecy became increasingly difficult upholding throughout Meghan's teen years as the former Suits actress began self-identifying more visibly in line with certain aspects of urban black youth culture. I'll never forget Meghan coming home from her majority-white elementary school sobbing in second grade after being ridiculed for her skin's richer complexion and tighter curl pattern than many of her little friends, Doria reminisced while gazing forlornly at childhood photos of her daughter. Yet by middle school, her hairstyles and vernacular pivoted more towards embodying those same ancestral traits that catalyzed such cruelties against her previously almost as an unconscious coping mechanism embracing that core identity's societal prejudices still denigrated. Throughout the gripping 90-minute televised sit-down, Ragland portrayed the familial secrecy surrounding Meghan's genetic genealogy as inextricably woven from the systemic dangers facing young black girls in America, especially regarding law enforcement violence and built-in biases that automatically criminalize them into adulthood. In this nation, dark skin alone subjects children of color to potentially life-threatening racist projections, so dampening the most visibly ethnic aspects of Meg's presentation created a modest psychological buffer shielding her from the worst of those prejudices, Doria confided. Even something as innocuous as revealing her specific black percentages risked adding extra lenses facilitating societal prejudgment and profiling against her. Ragland also admitted frequently concealing the specific breakdown of her own ancestry out of concerns that emphasizing Meghan's predominant African roots beyond her father's European lineage could inadvertently paint their family as illegitimately occupying rarefied social strata reserved for the upper crust, white elite. While she remained vague on precise details, Doria strongly hinted her own black forebears included both descendants of American slavery as well as black and indigenous island ethnicity from the Caribbean. However, it was ultimately Meghan's relationship with Prince Harry that caused Ragland and her daughter making the difficult decision preserving that ethnic dilution narrative around her racial heritage. According to Doria, they worried Buckingham Palace's institutionally prejudiced forces might leverage her daughter's true African-dominant identity as pretense for rejecting or sabotaging her entry into the royal family. The scars left by generations of racist colonial persecution inflicted upon the throne's black subjects remain institutionally ingrained within that archaic power structure, whether conscious or not, Raglan solemnly stated while describing the couple's behind-the-scenes thought process at the time. Meghan and I truly feared emphasizing those bloodlines could disrupt palace acceptance towards her very personhood, as if her black pride alone might offend the crown's antiquated imperialist traditions. Doria expressed gratitude that Harry's steadfast love for Meghan transcended any racially regressive predispositions that may exist within the palace ranks. However, she hinted their familial secrecy around Meghan's ethnic composition persisted even after the couple's celebrated 2018 televised nuptials, partly influenced by Harry's own protective impulses shielding his wife and child from potentially dangerous extremist factions that historically targeted mixed-race royals and nobles. They remained terrified someone unhinged might try exploiting Meghan's specific African lineage against her or the children, citing antiquated racial purity doctrines twisted from the era of colonial empire, Raglan said in reference to the couple's worries. We never wanted putting them at risk with personal knowledge that could fuel radicalized animus spilling into actual violence from those darkest ideological quarters. Ultimately, the decision for Doria finally unburdening herself arose from feelings that her grandchildren Archie and Lilibet now deserve celebrating the full truth about their proud lineage while ensuring any unfinished personal truths emerge authentically through her own voice. Raglan emphasized wanting these intimate revelations documented as humanizing sources of empowerment for younger generations, not mere sensationalized PR scandals. I don't want my grandchildren internalizing distorted lenses or fragmented origins through malign third-party narratives or partial truth agendas, she stated in a trembling tone. Their family's core embodiment of the Black experience reflects humanity's virtuous ascensions from trauma towards reclamation, not ugly stereotypes weaponized against us by bigots and oppressors. Those precious babies deserve upholding that legacy with dignity and pride.